Sticks and stones may break my bones, but rugby does it better. According to RugbyWorldCup.com, rugby is America's fastest growing team sport. Club teams are sprouting up all over the nation as Americans get a taste of the world's second most played sport. After playing rugby for 3 years in high school, I've come to know the ins and outs of the vicious sport. I played multiple positions in high school and have seen rugby played at all different levels, from club, high school, and college teams to professional teams battling it out for the World Cup. By the end of today, hopefully you will know more about the fine sport of rugby and will follow it as it becomes more and more popular. In order to spark your interest about the sport played by presidents and peasants alike, I'll take you on a trip through the history of rugby, teach you the basic rules of the game, and discuss rugby and its impact today. In order to understand rugby, you need to know where it came from. Rugby has a very storied history. Legend has it that in 1823, schoolboy William Webb Ellis was playing soccer with his friends and decided to pick up the ball in his hands and run around the field with it, and thus became rugby. However, history tells us otherwise. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica, football games may have been played as early as the time of Roman occupation in the 1st century. Many variations of the game were played, the most popular being known as folk football, which was played with an inflated pig's bladder. Although the violent sport became banned from England from the 15th to 16th century, it quickly became a popular sport among English schoolboys in the early 19th century. Starting at Rugby School in England, the sport quickly spread to its surroundings, and other schools started playing each other in the game. With the formation of the Rugby Football Union in 1871 and its official rulebook being written the same year, rugby's popularity skyrocketed. Although rugby rules have changed throughout the years, the basic concepts of the game stayed the same. Here are some things you'll need to know to understand the game of rugby. A rugby field is commonly referred to as a pitch, and it has the same dimensions as a soccer field. Although originally there was no limit on how many players could be on the field at a time, rugby today is played with 15 players on each team. An oval-shaped ball is used to play. Like I previously said, the first ruggers used an inflated pig's bladder as a ball. When the pig's bladder was inflated, it became an oval shape, which is why it is the shape it is today. However, the pig's bladder has been replaced with just a standard leather ball. Rugby came from soccer, and American football came from rugby. Therefore, rugby has qualities of both commonly played sports. Like a soccer game, the play never stops. And like football, the motive of the offense is to try and score a try, common to a touchdown, by getting the ball past the opponent's try line by touching to the ground. The defense tries to stop the offense from scoring by tackling a player. When a player is tackled, the ball carrier must release the ball. Both teams then form a ruck, which is basically a wall of players either trying to protect or trying to gain possession of the ball. After a try is scored, the offense gets to try for a point after, which is very common to a field goal. They can either kick it off of a tee or drop kick it through the posts, which again are very similar to American football field goal posts. The biggest difference between rugby and American football is the way the ball is passed. No forward passes are allowed. The ball can either be passed sideways or backwards to an oncoming runner. The ball can also be kicked at any time. This is often done to gain field position. At 80 minutes long, rugby games are commonly known to be rowdy and violent, as big hits and fights occur frequently. This aspect of the game has helped rugby grow in popularity, and it spread from England to neighboring countries, and most recently to the rest of the world, where it's played today. Today, rugby is played worldwide. There are several professional rugby leagues at all different levels, from local professional leagues to national teams. The most famous teams are the Big Six, which include England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, France, and Italy, and the Big Three, which include New Zealand, Australia, and South Africa. Rugby is most popular in Europe and the South Pacific and is the national sport in 6 different countries. When I said rugby is a sport played by presidents and peasants alike, I meant it. There are quite a few celebrities who have played this sport, including Winston Churchill, Bill Clinton, and George Bush. The highest level of rugby is the Rugby League World Cup, which is made up of 20 teams, the United States included. The World Cup is played every 4 years, and the most recent champions are New Zealand, who won in 2011. According to Sports Illustrated, rugby's growth and popularity has helped it get the opportunity to become an Olympic sport once again. It will be played in the 2016 Olympics for the first time since 1924. Rugby fans all over the world are excited to see their sport become a part of an incredible tradition once again. Hopefully now you know more about the so-called barbarian sport played by gentlemen and will add to its growing popularity. Founded in 1823 in England, the unique sport of rugby has grown to become a worldwide phenomenon. Although it's experienced a great amount of change since its founding throughout the years, rugby has always been a game of heart, pride, and effort. If you ever have a chance to see a rugby game, pay close attention and you'll realize why the game has captured the hearts of millions of fans worldwide.